Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. This is episode 8 of the Erlengrat Flour Mill, and we just got back from bringing our McCormick tractor and the front loader arms back from the shop and parking the trailer outside, and then getting our new Zetter tractor with our new auto loader back inside as well. There's really nothing else for us to do in all of this snow, so we're actually going to take an early nap and go to February and see if the snow will still be here. And if it is, we might have to just fast forward to March, but we'll see what happens. So hang tight as we go ahead and sleep till 9 o'clock in February. Overall, I actually like having shorter days in the winter. Um, I don't like having a ton of stuff to do when the days are short. Okay, well, look at that. Ooh, I can see we have 2+ pallets of eggs up, and all the snow is gone, which means there might be some things for us to do. Let's first run over here. Our grass is harvested but not growing. I think that's because it's in February. That's where we parked our low loader over there. Let's just check on our chickens real quick. 1, 2 full pallets, and this one is getting there. So we're probably going to run some eggs around today. How are we doing on feed? 57 to 75, plenty of food there. Let's actually look at them in here as well. Oh, these are 6 months, so their production will probably go up, which is nice. Breed production 50%, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe we don't have enough roosters. And then these chickens are 1 month away from being at full production, so in March we should have a ton of eggs, which is part of the reason I want to get that cleared off today to make sure that we can store all of those. And then let's just jump down here and look at our bread. We got 3,000 liters of bread as well. We can maybe check the price for that later today and see what we want to do with that. And then here is our field. It is growing. It is barley. 50% fertilized. This still seems to be at the first stage. We should probably fertilize this first. Then we could run some eggs around. So let's just see. Oh, this is actually silage already. And these are 96%. We could actually sell some silage today or tomorrow as well. But let's start with taking our tractor here. And we have fertilizer in here already. And this is hooked up to that, so I suppose we'll use our McCormick again for spreading this fertilizer. So we already have some fertilizer in here. Hopefully it'll be enough to get a quick coat on. And I'm just going to show you guys the beginning of that, but I won't make you watch the whole thing. And I think all else I'm going to do today is probably just load up those eggs so that we can have a full 6 pallets of area to produce in March. And that might be it for February. I don't know if we're going to bother selling that silage or not. Just because we don't necessarily need to this second. Alright, so as you can see on our map here, where are we at? We're field 16. We have growing, and we have 1 stage fertilization. Actually, we have that on all of our boundaries too now that we've mowed them. But we want to get the 2nd stage like this darker blue that is on 14. So we're going to go ahead and use our spreader to do that. And this is the same spreader we used to spread the line, but I don't think I've showed you spreading fertilizer yet. Just looks like this. And we're literally just going to drive north and south on the field like so. Turn on my cruise control so I can switch back to the map, and there is our spread. So I'm just going to cover this field. Hopefully the fertilizer we have will get us through, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit later. Alright, hang tight. Right, we're finished with the fertilizer, and so we're just going to pull back up here. We only have 7% left. And actually, let me show you our map. So here's our spread now. We got mostly everything, obviously missed a couple of small strips. You can't actually see where the fertilizer spreads very easily through this first stage of fertilization, or first stage of growth, excuse me, on the plants there, and our field 16. So I did the best I could. I feel like it's got an adequate coverage. That is double fertilized, and now we just got to leave that alone until it's ready to harvest. So we're going to go park this up in our garage, and then I don't think we have enough bread to worry about doing anything with yet. 3 pallets is probably just a little bit low, and eggs is about the same, but we're about to get tomorrow in March. Sorry, I'm thinking to myself and trying to talk out loud at the same time, and it's not working. All right, so let's look at our animals for a second. Right now, our chickens are at full productivity, and they are now adults because they're 6 months. At least the first 180 in that first, or these two roosters are. This 177 will be 6 months next month, so we'll get a full day of production then, and we still have 5,700 liters of sorghum in there, so we don't really have to worry about them yet. I do want to make sure, maybe we should load up those eggs just in case they produce a lot overnight. Well, let's open this, and we can maybe swap out our trailers here. So our McCormick has 7.6 hours on it, and oh, we actually need some gas. So we should probably, oops, take this into town sometime soon. Give it a quick maintenance. Can't see. There we go. Park that there. Let's get this a little bit out of the way. I do want to take it into town a little bit later and get that stuff done, but let's get some eggs loaded up first, just in case we do happen to get a lot of egg production this afternoon and overnight. I don't want it to stall for any reason, and it doesn't look like it will store it like our production facilities will, so we're just going to go ahead and load as many eggs into this trailer as we can. And we'll actually check the price and see if it's worth selling. Maybe we'll actually take a load over and get a little bit extra cash as well. So I'm not doing a very good job of backing these things up today at all. And square it up, and then back it up like so. And there the eggs go. Coming mainly off that middle pallet. Let me get the camera out a little bit more. Oh, they're coming off those left 2 pallets. As soon as that's done, we'll be able to get just a little bit farther back and hopefully start loading this one as well. Yep, so we should get about 4,000 eggs into this trailer. Of course, it's only going to be about 20%, but that's a start for sure. Let's go ahead and close that. What is our egg price? Eggs are 1,658 at the bakery, 1,681 at the supermarket, 2502. Yeah, we're falling off that January, February price. Yeah, we're actually pretty low, but it's going to stay low into March, April, and then start coming back up in May. Yeah, that's not a great price. So I think we will just keep this trailer here. In fact, maybe I apologize, this is some terrible camera work. I was thinking maybe we should load some into the bakery. I know that we're not planning on making cake anytime soon because we need milk and butter and sugar and strawberries that we don't have. So possibly we will just be wasting them if we put them in there now. Yeah, I say we just save this and keep loading it up next month. And I'm pretty sure this trailer can only load one item at a time. So we're just going to park that right here for now. Okay. So our eggs are all loaded up. They've got plenty of food. It's not worth moving the bread just yet. There's really not a lot else for us to do. I do want to get maybe one more harvest off this grass. Let's take a quick look at the calendar and talk through that. We're in February. We could plant cotton, but we're not ready for that. There's some spring crops that are going to come up in March and April. But we're probably going to plant something else that can help our production in our factory for flour. And those are things that plant in September, October, or plant in oats we could do in March and April. I believe we could do oat flour. But we don't have a harvester, and that wouldn't come up till, well, oats are actually pretty quick. If we planted them in March, they might come up in July or August, and that's when our barley will come up in July, so there's a chance we could overlap those. I'm sort of talking myself into making this an oat field. We did just harvest it. It's not growing again yet. We do have 100 some silage bales down there, and we can always mow the margins again to continue bringing in money that way, but we just don't have a harvester. Well, here is a header for the case. That's interesting. Normally this TerraFlex 25-foot header goes with this Axle Flow 7150, I believe. But that's still 300,000 that we don't have. I don't think we should be buying a header before we buy a harvester. And this Kloss Lexion 8900 is half off, but that's still 225. Because that's not this one, that's this big one, which we're not, no, we don't have anywhere near enough fields for that. But our only two case harvesters are this 7150 and this 9510. I'm pretty sure the 25 foot, let's just check our headers, it would be the first one. Yep, this 3020 Terraflex 25 footer. It's normally 42,000. We can get it for 11,000. That is a really good deal. But then we're counting on that case coming up, or literally buying that case next time we need a harvester. The bright side on this one though is the 5 crops that it does, wheat, barley, oats, 6 crops, canola, soybeans, and sorghum are all the things that we need. 4 of those 6 make flour. So this is tempting. That is a really good deal. 11,000. You know what? I think we buy it. Why is it yellow and say New Holland on it when it's a case? 3020 Terraflex 25 foot. Superflex 25 foot. 3020 Terraflex. Yeah, this one is clearly red and says case. But the one for sale says New Holland. That is really funny. I think we're going to buy this just to see. Well, we were going to buy it because it's a good deal, but I think it'd be really funny to have a case header that says New Holland because it was our discount header. So somebody bought it and painted it in the wrong color and then decided they didn't like it and put it up for sale. But that is a good deal, so that is ours now. So our goal then is to get this case axle flow harvester hopefully on sale, or maybe we lease it, who knows. And this one actually has a 25 foot header too, so I don't know if they're compatible like that, but given that it's painted New Holland, you never know. We could maybe try this New Holland if it came up and see if it's compatible with that. But so to make this an oat field, we'd have February and March to get it plowed and ready. What all do we need to do to it? So it needs plowed. It does not need lime. So it just needs plowed. Have we bought a plow yet? Yep, we have that 6-meter plow. So yeah, I say we get out our tractor and we start plowing this thing. Now what? I apologize for menuing so much today. This one is 171 horsepower. This one is 240. And our plow only needs 180. Yeah, we better use the McCormick, just like we use the McCormick for everything else. Alright, well let's get busy on this. I apologize that I spent so much time contemplating and thinking and talking over, but I was really kind of planning on doing one more full mowing and then planting wheat again. But the oats would come up about the same time as our barley, and that might be really nice for us. So thanks for sticking with me as I worked through that. Because I know that can be kind of annoying. So let's see, we're probably going to do a headland or two, and then we can start going the long way. And now it's done. Our grass is gone. Now we can still get grass from our margins around our fields, and we will do that. But someday we'll probably get another grass field as well. But I think this is going to be a great way to get our farm going. Alright, so I'm going to do one headland down, one headland back, and then we'll start running the long way. I do like this McCormick tractor. It has done a good job for us. It is going to deserve some maintenance and some gas here by the time we're done with this plowing. But hey, this means we're not wasting February, which I was a little worried about. Not having much to do and having to skip through the winter months. This will allow us to get ready, and we'll have then done wheat, barley, and oats on our farm, which is pretty decent crop rotation. And sorghum, if you're going to count that. Alright guys, well, I'm going to just keep on plowing, but probably check back in with you in a little bit. Alright, and we're finishing the last couple of rows of plowing. Now looks like there is going to be a little bit of snow here at the end of the day in February, so I was glad we were able to get this done before the snow started. I don't know that we'll get accumulation like we did in December, but nice to be done with the field work before it may get covered with snow again. That's something I hadn't had to deal with on some of the other maps as much. But I guess if you're in the Alps, you're more likely to get snow, so that is the thing. I did record about 5 minutes of me plowing this field as well. I'm going to try to put that into a sped up montage, so to speak, so you can see a little bit of me plowing the field, but don't have to watch me through the whole thing. But if it looks terrible, I'll probably take it out. If it works okay, I'll leave it in, so you guys can tell me what you think about that. If it was left in, I would appreciate any comments or suggestions. I'm still getting used to editing using the software that's provided here on the PS5, so but if I can do that, I will leave it in so you guys can see a little bit of me plowing the rest of this field. But if not, that's okay. Then we'll just jump to where we are now. So anyway, we're getting almost to the end here. Let's just check our map and see how our coverage is. Yep, we've pretty much got everything plowed. Haven't missed any giant areas in there. I don't think we're quite getting to the edge, so we'll probably have to do one more strip here just to make sure. That's a shame. We're so close. But I do want the whole field planted if we can, so I suppose we should probably go back and get that last strip. So we will do that. And then I think we'll probably wrap it up for the day. The chickens are doing fine. I don't see... I guess I can't see the eggs from here anyway. And I was going to maybe run a little bit more flour over to the bakery, but I have now used our trailer that we would transport that flour in. It's full of eggs, and it will be full of eggs for a while. And the bakery still has a little bit of flour, so we probably won't have to do much with that anyway. So last strip here, and then we will call it a day, and then we will get on with the rest of the field work in March, which will most likely be cultivating and then planting. Now we don't have a planter because we rented a planter last time. So hopefully, and we'll check the deals one more time to see if a new planter has dropped in by chance. Of course it hasn't. Here is a shallow cultivator. That requires 250 horsepower, and we only have 240. We're certainly not getting a third tractor, so there's no reason to be looking at something like that. So a cultivator and then a planter, or possibly a planter that also will allow you to direct drill into this cultivated soil, and then a roller. Did we buy a roller for the last field? Got a header and a plow, but no roller. Yeah, so if we both cultivate and plant, we probably won't roll. Well, that seems to be the edge of the field. Now we're real close. We'll run down there anyway, just to double check. All right. And that is one field completely plowed and ready to go. So it does not need lime. I did turn off field stones, as I talked about in episode 1, because it is just very, very slow to get field stones off the field. It'd be like a 3-hour process, and I know that nobody wants to watch me do that. So we have skipped that as well. So there's only a couple of small things we need to do in the next one. So I'll go ahead and park this up here and park this here, and that will do it. I'm just gonna run quick and check and see how many eggs we have. Yeah, half a pallet, but they should produce a lot overnight, and their food is still at 5,000 liters, so they should be just fine. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and a subscription always helps. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.